figure, if we take this box, okay, and let's say that this box actually has a cover on it, okay? In order to find the surface area of this whole box, we have to find the area of the top, the area of the bottom, the area of the two sides, and the area of the other two sides. And we would add them all together, and that would be the surface area. Okay? It's not as hard as what it lays out. All right, okay? Prism. Okay, this would be a what kind of a prism? A rectangular prism. Good. This is called a cylinder. Good. Because my bases are circles. Okay. And then my lateral, we call this our lateral area, okay, is kind of circular type of deal. Okay. So, surface area of these two guys today. Tomorrow, we're going surface area of pyramids and cones. We're going to review those things on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we will take one last quiz before the end of the quarter. Quarter ends on Friday. Okay? That's still last week, everybody. Today's one. Yep. Okay. Just the surface area of those four shapes is what the quiz is going to be on Thursday, and that's going to be the last grade that we have for the third quarter, and then we're jumping into fourth quarter. Holy buckets! Done fast. Okay. So those of you that have some makeup work to do, some tests and quizzes today, that's got to be done by Friday. Okie dokie. All right. So surface area. They do it differently in this book for rectangular prisms as they do for everything else. I like to do it the same way for everything. Okay? So I'm going to change this formula a little bit, okay, to the same formula that it is for every other prism that we do. Okay? And that is surface area equals perimeter of the base. I just put a little sub B there so that I know it's of the base. Times the height, the perimeter of the base, times the height. This is on page 21. Okay, plus 2 times the area of the base. Okay, because how many bases are there? 2. Okay, now, a couple things to remember. Your bases are parallel from each other. Okay? Your height is the distance between the two parallel bases. Okay? So, if we look at this guy, okay, let's make our bases the top and the bottom. Okay? So, my dimensions of the bottom are 7 by 13, right? Alright, so my surface area equals, what is my perimeter? Ooh, thanks. Of that base. Okay, time out. Okay. 7 by 13, right? So if I were to draw this out here, it would be 7, 13, this guy would be 7, this guy would be 13. So let's refine that perimeter. I believe it's 40. Okay, because 13 plus 7 gives us 20, and we've got 2 of those, right? So, perimeter of my base times, what is my height? 9. Because that is the distance between my two bases. Plus 2 times, what's the area of my base? 91, yeah, because how do we find perimeter of a rectangle or area of a rectangle? Just base times height, so just 7 times 13. Okay, so my surface area is 40 times 9, 360, plus 2 times 91, 182. Surface area equals 542 feet squared, because we're talking area, surface area. 91 is the area of my base. Yep, and that's what we've got written right here. Okay, if you want to write this out in the words, your surface area equals, that's not how you spell water. Perimeter of base times the height. Okay, 2 times the area. But kind of that's what that symbol is right here. Okay, perimeter of B times your base times your height plus 2 times the area of base. All right. Next one. Okay, what do you want your bases to be? The 2 sides or the top and the bottom? You want the sides? All right. I don't care which one you do. You're going to get the same answer. Okay, so if we're using our side, your rectangle on your side is 16 by 5, right? Okay, so my perimeter is 42 times, now this is where the kicker is, okay? If I'm using my 2 sides, this guy and this guy, what is my height? My height is 10 because it's the distance between my 2 parallel bases. So if you're using your sides as your base, it's weird because your height becomes that guy down there. Okay? Plus 2 times, what's my area of that rectangle? 80? Okay, so my surface area is 420 plus 160. So surface area equals, what is it? 580 centimeters squared. Okay, so far so good? Okay, so if I'm looking at this guy, okay, my rectangle on the bottom is what my what? 11 by 6. So surface area equals, what's my perimeter? 34, is that what you guys got? Yeah. Times, what is my height? 1.5, good. Plus 2 times 66. I think the most common thing to screw up is to forget to take that times 2. Okay, I think I did 2 problems today when I was going through it that I forgot to multiply. Okay, so surface area equals, what's my 34 times my 1.5? 51 even? Alright, plus 132? Yes, no? Okay, so my surface area is 183 inches squared. Okay, so far so good, right? Alright, so now we've got some that have different bases. Okay, which is the exact same thing that we just did. Okay, perimeter times your height times 2 times, or plus 2 times the area of your base. So in number 4, what is my base? It's a what? It's a triangle, yeah. There's the top and bottom, give me a triangle. So in this triangle, this side is, and this guy is 50. Alright, so surface area equals, what's my perimeter? 36 times, what's my height? 16 plus 2 times, what's the area of my base? This is where you gotta be a little bit careful. Okay, so it's base times height divided by 2. What is my, what do you, according to my right angle down here, what is my base? Okay, so be careful, because this is my triangle. 15 is my what? Hypotenuse. This is 12, this is 9. So what am I actually supposed to be multiplying here? 9 times 12. Divide by 2 and I get 54. Okay. So surface area equals 36 times 16. 576 plus 108. My surface area is 684 meters squared. All right, take a look at number 6. My two parallel bases are who? Two parallel congruent bases. The front and the back, right? Which are what shape? The front and the back aren't rectangles and they aren't squares. They're trapezoids. Yeah, the front right here and the back there. Okay, so if I reinforce this, that is a what? That's trapezoid. Okay? So this is who? 18. This is 20. So surface area equals, what's my perimeter? Add them all up. 73, is that what you guys got? Alright, times, what is my height in this? 15, because that's the distance between my two bases. Plus 2 times, now I gotta find the area of that trapezoid. How do I find the area of a trapezoid? 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2. Okay, so 1/2 times, now it's a little bit different. We said that our height was 15 here, but is that the height of my trapezoid? No, it's the height of my prism, but not the height of my trapezoid. What's the height of my trapezoid? 12 times base 1 is, okay, you want to use 23 plus 18, so 1/2 times 12 times 41. What do we get? Times 46. So surface area equals, all right, so now we've got 73 times 15. 1,095 plus 92 gives me 87. What do I label it as? Okay. Super hard so far? Not really. Not as long as we're plugging this into the formula. All right, let's look at some cylinders. Okay, the exact same thing. What is the perimeter of a circle? The circumference, yep, and circumference is 2 pi r. Area of a circle is pi r squared. That's something you have to know by now. Okay, if you haven't memorized it, I would start studying it every single day right now. Okay, so surface area equals, okay, so the perimeter of my circle is 2 pi r, so 2r is 22 pi times, what's my height? 26 plus the area, or 2 times, what's my area? How do I find the area? What's the area of a circle, you guys? We just said it. No, pi r squared. Okay, guys, you have to know circumference and area of a circle by now. You've been studying it since you were in the 5th grade. Okay, so pi r squared is what? What's r squared? No, r squared. 121 pi. Okay, so right now just leave it in terms of pi. Okay, so 22 times 26 gives me, okay, what is it? So right now leave it as 572 pi plus 2 times 121, 242 pi. All right, so now you have common like terms because they both have pi left onto them, right? So 572 plus 242, 894 pi. 814. So 814 pi, now multiply it. That's the last thing that you should do is multiply by pi. So now you have 814 times pi. Let's go 10. Point what? 2. No. So here's 10. So if it's 2, 6, it should be 3. And then what am I labeling it with? Yards squared. Okay, and we gotta do one more like that. Alright, so surface area equals, first off, what is my radius? 7.5. So 2 pi r is going to give us 15 pi times, what is my height? 9 plus 2 times pi r squared. 56 point what? So 56 point what? 3 pi, right? So 15 times 9? What? 135 pi plus pi. So now add those together. Surface area equals 200.6 times pi. Last thing you do is multiply it by pi. 777 point what? What do I label it as? Meters squared. Okay, so super horrible? No, not super horrible, but you have to be able